Hello, Gregorians. Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Yes, I hope all of you are well. All the boys of English version 9 and 10 are welcome to this online class on behalf of St. Gregory's High School and College. Today I'd like to talk about Hadith 5, the Hadith on the best among the mankind. Now I'd like to pronounce some word meanings. Those are very much important and that is to be learned. First one is unabbiukum. I shall inform you, khiyarikum, the best among you. Qalu, they said, bala, yes. From my right side, alladina, those who, either, when, ru'u, is met or seen, lukira, remains. Now the pronunciation of the hadith. Qala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, ala unabbiukum bi khiyarikum. Qalu bala, ya Rasulullah. Qala khiyarukum alladhina idha ru'u dhukirallahu azza wa jal. Now the meaning of this hadith, boys, you were requested and suggested to note down these word meanings. Above mentioned word meanings. Please don't forget to note down this, because sometimes question come out from the word meaning, so it is important. Now the meaning of the hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, shall I not inform you about good people? They or the companies said, oh Rasulullah, of course. Do tell us please. He said, those among you are good people whose presence or sight reminds you of Allah the Exalted. And this hadith belongs to Ibn Majah. But the purport of this hadith or the importance of this hadith is very deep, and it's a matter of realization. It's a matter of understanding. It's a matter of comprehension. What about us? And how is about us? Actually, our gesture, our get-up, sometimes we cannot explicate in language. Boys and girls are both are being used to actually hold the bad things. In a word, if we say the obscenity. And sometimes our gesture makes the devil shameful, let alone Allah the Exalted. And so it is absolutely opposite to the teaching of this hadith. The boys are actually requested to comprehend this hadith by reading it repeatedly, and we should take a decision which or what sort of gesture we should take and what sort of gesture and appearance we should avoid. Okay, each and every nation, each and every society and race and color has their own gesture, own appearance, and they have also self ideal or idealism we should have also. Now, the explanation of this hadith. In this hadith, Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has described the features of the best people. In fact, the best people are those at whose side Allah is remembered. Those people are devoted followers of Islam in their conduct, manners, dress, etc. And they are constantly busy in the remembrance and praise of Allah the Most High. At the very sight of such persons, the remembrance of Allah immediately follows. These people are the best among mankind. So this hadith teaches us actually the code of conduct, also the manners, the dress, and our behavior and Allah fearing attitude will prove that we are the real mu'min, and this sort of appearance will remind Allah the Exalted, and those who will observe us in that case will remember Allah the Exalted. We mix with many men in the society. Allah does not come to mind at everybody's side. So friendship should be cultivated with only those who side and actually whose side inspires Allah's remembrance. Here also the teaching of this hadith. The the most important thing of this hadith, or the purport of this hadith. By this we shall come under their influence. We too shall be inspired by their noble deeds. Our conduct and manners will be decent. As a result, we too shall be converted into excellent men. So boys, this is the explanation and pronunciation of this hadith. It has some learning points also. I'd like to go through these learning points. First one is remembrance of Allah the Most High is the best deed. Number two, a person's prestige does not depend on his wealth, education, or power. Rather, it is by the observance of Deen, Islam, that his status is determined. Number three, those persons whose very sight inspires the remembrance of Allah are the best people. Number four, and the last teachings of this hadith is, we shall keep company of these righteous persons, or dindar or imandar. We shall try to become like them. So this is all about my class today. I think you will comprehend all the contents of this hadith, and you were suggested to note down these word meanings along with the translation of this hadith and its source. Its source is Ibn Majah. And please don't forget to write down these teachings and inbox me. In the next class, we shall meet again, inshallah. Till then, remain well all. Thanks very much for joining.